Hi, everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So, this lady found out that the niece of her husband is not actually his niece, but his biological daughter that's been living with them in the UK. Take a look.
Did you tell me she was your daughter?
Why is the camera?
You told me she was your niece. You bloody liar.
Man, you go to no camera.
Get out.
Man, you go to
Mara wanya. And you may post here.
camera.
May post here. So people will know you for who you are. People will know you for who you are. You're a devil. You're a devil. People will know you for who you are. Get out of this house. Choma, leave this house. Choma, leave this house.
Yeah, I didn't want to play the entire video because there are minors in the video. Honestly, for me, when I first saw the video, I thought it was a skit. And then I saw the police involved and I was like, oh, okay, so this is a real thing. These things do happen in the African communities a lot. There are a lot of guys who either come here, right? They have wives and children back home. They lie about it. They'll tell you they don't have anybody. Eventually, they'll try to convince you to help them bring this supposed sister, nephew, niece, mother, auntie here. Only for you to find out years down the line that auntie, sister, nephew, or somebody was the wife, or in this situation, their daughter. All right? And that happens to a lot of women here. But now people are coming for her because of the way she is approaching the whole situation. They are saying she's taking out her frustration on the young girl, and she's supposed to channel that anger and frustration to the husband because he's the one that lied to her and not the young girl. And others are like, no, she's also a part of the situation. She knew about this whole situation. She lied to her as well, so she has every right to feel the way she's feeling. But let me know your thoughts about this whole situation. Let's get into what people have to say. I'm going to come back and talk some more.
Did you guys see the video of the wife who was crashing out because her husband brought in his niece to live with them? Come to find out, the niece is not his niece. The niece is his daughter. She was crashing out. The only thing I disagree with is the kids was in the living room when it was happening. The daughter, Chioma, was in the living room. And I felt bad for her because she's a kid. She has nothing to do with it. I don't think the other kids should have witnessed it. But I think he deserved everything that is coming to him, everything that he's getting. The betrayal that was in her voice is just like, there was so much hurt and betrayal. But I promise you one thing. I know that his mother probably knew if she was alive. His father, his siblings, his friends, probably everyone knew that was his daughter and not his niece. And I'm sure when things come out, she's going to find out because most of the time, everybody around you knows what's going on when it comes to cheating, when it comes to betrayal, and you're usually the last one to find out.
If my husband lied to me and he told me his niece was coming to live with us, and then I find out later that his niece is actually his biological child and she's living with us and our 4 biological children, yeah, I'd crash out. Yeah, it would be barbarian level. Yes, I would make 9/11 look like a tea party. But what I wouldn't do is, 1, blame the child that has nothing to do with this because it's a child. But also 2, I would not crash out in front of my children. One thing I will never understand is adults who act like fucking barbarians in front of children, especially their own children, right? Because I thought that when you have kids, you're supposed to like think outside of yourself. And why subject your child to that level of trauma? Because the way this woman is yelling and screaming and acting an ass, it's just like you have every right to do that. Just not in front of your children, in my opinion. And it felt like I was encroaching on a very private, intimate family moment because people, obviously, when you get mad and you see red, sometimes you don't think I'm fully aware of that. However, why did you post it? Why did you post a video where you're telling a 14-year-old child to get out of your house? Why are you posting a video where your other children literally have the fear of God in their faces and their fear is palpable through the video? Why do people post crazy moments within their families for clicks and views? And when I go through this woman's page, it's just like, there's a lot I could say, right? But once again, do you not think that's a weird behavior or diabolical behavior? Do you not think that not subjecting your children to this level of trauma is crazy? But now you have endless pages reposting that video. Anyways.
The amount of women blaming this woman for her reaction after she's literally just found out that her husband, the man whom she loves, whom she has 4 children with, whom she thought was the love of her life, has lied to her all these years, has lied to her for so long by bringing in another child that he had before he met her, because by the look of this child, she looks like she's 13, 14. And the 4 children she's had with this man ranges from probably ages 6 to a couple of months old, 4 children. And a lot of you pick-me women, a lot of you male-centered vampire gatekeepers out here are blaming this woman for the reaction she had. Do you know what it feels like when you find out that someone you love, someone you thought was the love of your life, has been lying to you? So this means that her whole relationship with this man, from the moment they were dating till they got engaged, they got married and have kids, has been based on a lie. It's been based on a lie. And those of you coming out here making excuses for the man, it just goes to show why there are so many women in our culture, in our African culture, that are putting up with so much bullshit in marriage. Because why would they leave when there are so many women like you out here who are ready, tear apart for waste? Go can't they blame them for leaving? You for endure, you now only cheat now. Shebi, you know they beat you. You see they come home every night, they sleep for the same bed. So endure it. Your papa, your father did was, your great grand roach did was. Why did you leave? You cannot leave. Oh, nobody wants a single mother with children. These are the excuses. Why is she overreacting? Why is she shouting? She shouldn't have brought it to social media. Stop policing people. Stop telling people who are going through pain. Stop telling victims how to react to their abusers. Stop telling victims. Stop policing victims. Instead of focusing on the person that's done wrong, focus on the man. Hold the man accountable. You're holding the victim accountable. When are we going to change in our society, in our culture? When will we change? There are so many men and women today stuck in abusive, bad marriages, and they are scared to come out because they will come and face people like you. Why she put out for social media? All their lives has been on social media. They've been content creating all their lives on social. So if they don't put her now, and then tomorrow you come here and say she divorced, how would you know what's happened? Stop telling people who are hurt, who have been abused, how to tell their stories. It's not your story to tell. It's not up to you to tell her how to feel. Imagine this man telling his own daughter to lie to his wife, to his girlfriend at the time, to his fiance, to his wife, to the mother of his children. Lie to her that I'm your uncle. Then I'm definitely sure he told his own families. Lie to her that I'm her uncle. Imagine how this girl feels, how she has felt all her life. The impact is going to have on her as she grows up. And you know who is to blame for that? Her dad. Not her stepmom, not the father's wife, her dad. Her dad and his families. Because they were all in. I'm definitely sure they were all in on the lies. So if any one of you is concerned about Chioma's well-being, blame the dad. If any one of you is concerned about Chioma's mental health, blame her dad. Because her dad made her lie, definitely, to the wife, to the dad's wife, that my dad is my uncle. Blame the dad. This girl has been with them. Chioma has been with them for years. For years. And I'm sure definitely it was the father's wife that helped him to bring Chioma here. So stop blaming this woman. You people are the same people when a woman or a man will come out to say they are a victim of rape. You will see, ask them, what were you wearing? That the kind of dress you were wearing, no wonder it happened. Why were you there? What did you go there and do? Why did you visit him? You are the same people, always blaming victim. Always blaming victim. And because of this victim blaming, so many people are unaliving themselves. God go punish all of you now. In fact, you know what? May devil locate every single one of you and prepare a plot of land for every single one of you. Nonsense. Will you stop all this rubbish? Stop policing victims' reaction to their pain. Stop it. Because many of you are gatekeepers for vampires, for vampire-sucking demons. You are male-centered. Everything about you is man. You must be man. Even if he's doing wrong, it's not his fault. It's a woman's fault. Because you are so desperate to have a man in your life, you will excuse any rubbish behavior from him. And there are men too who are the same way, by the way. So, well, I beg, all of you get lost, Joe. The amount...
I understood the anger. I understood how hurtful this situation could be. But what I don't understand is that you have that little girl up in your house, and the way you looked at her when she passed you, it's best you just give her to her daddy. It's best if you give her to a family member, because you clearly have something against that little girl. And through no fault of her own. The disgusted look that you gave that little girl, she is not safe in your house. It's best she comes out. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, basically this woman that I stitched, her husband confessed to her that he brought his niece in the house when really it wasn't his niece, it was his daughter, and the wife didn't know, and that's what she's spazzing out on him for. Now, if you go back to her videos, you can see that she's clearly upset and that she is clearly hurt and her heart is broken, which I completely understand. Because what do you mean I'm thinking it's your niece and it's your whole daughter? Like, no, you need to come out. But what I want to address is the fact that you have these nasty, bitter feelings towards this child who never wanted to be in this situation. I'm pretty sure Chioma didn't ask to be in this situation. And the way you're carrying on is not right. As a big, dirty, stinking adult, the way you're carrying on is wrong. Yes, you are angry, and yes, it's not your fault, and yes, you're entitled to your space and you're entitled to be hurt, but then you reach out to family members or someone who can support you to take Chioma for a couple of days. That's what you do. You don't have the girl up in your house giving her dirty looks. She is a child. Your anger is misdirected. It should be directed at the person who betrayed you, which is your husband. That is who should be getting the dirty looks. It is the worst situation to be in, especially when you've been betrayed by the person you love the most. And I understand that your heart is breaking. But you also need to push through this with grace and understanding when it comes to the child. That is a child. And if you can't control your anger around that child, I suggest you remove her from your home and give her to a family friend or someone at church who could hold her for a couple of days until you calm down. I really do hope you find healing, because as a woman, this would absolutely break me too. But don't take your anger out on Chioma. She was clearly a pawn in whatever game your husband was playing.
I've just seen a woman expose her husband for lying to her, claiming that someone that was actually his daughter was his niece. So she now then found out that that person that he called his niece was actually his daughter from another family. And this daughter in question is a grown, like she's grown. She must be about 13 to 14, judging by her height. So it's been a lot of years that this lie has been going on. And I won't lie to you, when I saw that video, I was so sad. Like, I was so sad simply because of the fact that I always believe that children should not be able to see the things or the problems that their parents are facing. Like, if your parents are arguing, I'm a strong believer in you should not see it. You should not know what's going on behind closed doors. And in the video, the woman was shouting at the daughter, the supposed daughter, to, get out of the house, because obviously she's feeling so much anger from the fact that, someone that she's called her husband, that she obviously stayed in the same bed with for years, has actually lied to her and cheated on her. And I saw people, attacking this woman for basically telling the daughter to, get out of the house, to get out of her house. And again, each to their own. I'm not saying what the woman should do or what the woman shouldn't do. But you cannot police a woman's anger after she has just felt betrayal by someone that she has considered her partner for multiple years. Like, I need you to understand, like, that type of betrayal would spark some sort of resentment in you. Like, imagine taking care of someone that you've always regarded to be your niece, and it turns out was actually a daughter that your husband had fathered from another woman. Like, it would hurt you. It would hurt you. And at the end of the day, the person that's going to suffer the most from that is that daughter and the woman, because a man could not take accountability for his actions. Because as a man, you can't make that sort of, let's call it a mistake. Let's call it a mistake. You can't make that sort of mistake and then keep that lie for years. For years. That's a career-changing lie. For you to lie that somebody that is your daughter is your niece to your wife after your infidelity, like that's insane to me.
To be a useless man, even if they dash it to you, don't take it. Maybe they pay you 5 million naira just to be a useless man. Please don't take it. The greater percentage of women inside this comment, it has more than 500 comments now, are just saying that they should kick that girl out of the house. It should tell you what a greater percentage of women, how they look like. They are very, very wicked from within them. So you should check very, very well, because you know what you want to marry. Why am I calling this man a useless man? He's very, very useless, because number one, the primary duty of a father is to protect the children. After protection, you're talking about provision. This man is not even capable of protecting the child. You're not capable of protecting the child because you are under the roof of a lady. I watched all their videos, check everything about them, and understand that this man is just as useless as something useless. You have been in the UK, and there's possibility that it is this lady that brought him to that place. For how many years now? Since 2022, you have not been useful to yourself. At least get a job to support yourself and support her. It's like she's the man of the house. You are not doing anything. The only thing that you are doing inside the house is eat food, knock the woman and give her belly. Nothing else. You cannot even talk as a man. That's number one reason why I say this guy is very, very useless. Number two is, tell me what a useless man is that is denying the daughter because you want to marry a lady. Are you okay? Are you with your senses? Even ladies don't even do it. If a lady has a child and you approach lady will tell you I have a child. And you deny your child. You say I don't have a child because you want to marry a lady. See how useless you, see how dumb and daft you are sounding on the internet space. So now they don't push you come up for us. Anyhow, when I want to settle the matter, settle them. But you see that little girl, Choma, Chisom, I'm talking to you now about. I wish we be inside the percentage of women. There's little percentage of women that will treat that girl good, because I know that 95% of women, they will show that girl shege in that house. They will even gradually drain that girl in that house. Let you be inside the small percentage of women that will treat that girl good. Because me myself, if you post any other video of that girl where you treat that girl bad, wallahi, I'm coming for you. Take it very, very personal. A lot of ladies are in my DM. They are asking me if I have the husband contact, that they want to marry your husband. So please help us tell your husband. All right, in your post you put the caption that you say you are done, you can never forgive, over, no matter whatever. A lot of ladies, they want your husband. Like 5 of them are in my DM asking for your husband handle. And I even check your comment section, like I saw like 4 or 5 comments. A lot of ladies are asking for your husband. So, all right, if you don't want to send the handle in my DM, just drop it in the comment section. I will post it. But there must be reason why you are married to the guy, so that reason is enough for you to continue. But if you say you are done, then there are so many other people that wants to take the husband, take the child, take everything. So just drop the handle for us, madam.
I know somebody will ask, why will the women in Africa agree to such situation? And it's because of economic reasons. A lot of women in Africa don't mind being the second, the third, the fourth, so long as they are being provided for. All right. So that's a topic for a different day. I don't even want to get into the nooks and crannies of patriarchy and male-centered women. There's a lot of pick-me's in Africa. So yeah, that's one thing you need to know about. But as I was saying, number one, would I put him on blast online? I don't think I'll do that. Even if we have a family channel, I won't do it. All right. But in a situation like that, I don't know how she found out, when she found out, and why she decided to expose him. I mean, it's their situation. If that's how she feels and how she wants to handle the situation, that's up to her. But taking her frustrations and her anger towards the child, I'm a bit about it. But then again, I can't blame her. I can only blame the father. All right? Because at the end of the day, you knew this woman, you married her, you had children with her, you know her no-go areas, you know how she is, you know who she is and how she is. So you decided to bring your daughter in a situation like that. And then on top of that, you lied, exposing her to any form of abuse, because at this point in time, you are her primary caregiver. You brought her here. All right. So you are responsible for her. So in a situation like this, what I would say is, father, get a place, take your daughter out of that place, or take her back to her mother, or bring your mother here to come and take care of her child. That's on you. Like the other guy saying, if he's here on the basis of this lady bringing him here, then that's a different story. All right. Because that means that he needs that lady to continue living here. And that's a different ball game, all right? Because that's going to affect not just him, but him and his daughter. So that means that the both of them could end up being kicked out of this place and taken back to Nigeria. I don't know if that's what is going to happen, but that is a possibility too. But all I'm going to say about this situation is, it doesn't matter where you meet a man, whether in the UK, whether in Nigeria, whether you knew them 10,000 years ago in Africa somewhere, and please do your background check, because you never know. You never know. because these things are happening a lot. All right, they've been happening since, and they will not stop. All right, if you went to Nigeria and you're looking for a husband, you found this guy in a church and he was ticking all the boxes and so on. So just always have it at the back of your mind. It could be because of green card, it could be because he wants to come to the UK, the US, the Australia, and so on and so forth. Just be aware of that. All right, find out everything you have to know, because after 4 kids, now you are finding out that this niece, it could have been his wife. Okay, it could have been his wife, and these things do happen. It could have, I'm not saying this is better than that, but it could have been his wife. This is a daughter. All right, they are not sleeping together, but I want you to be aware that there's been situations where there were wives who didn't mind living in the same house, shutting up about the whole situation because they wanted to be taken care of, and they don't mind. Some women are like that. Okay, so it's up to you to make sure that the guy that you're going to end up in a situation with, you're checking them out. Because most of these guys, like she said, they are demons. I'm sorry. They don't care. All they care about is themselves. And I've said it so many times on this show. It's not like I'm siding with him. But I have to place the responsibility on you as a woman in situations like this. Before you get married, before you start having children, and so on and so on. Especially if you live in the West, if you live in the UK, you live in the US, please do your background check. Don't go blindly and go and take this guy because he cooks in the morning, he's sweeping, he's God-fearing, and so on and so forth, and you are happy about this. So you've met your Prince Charming, you carry them, bring them here, and so on, and you expect them to... You'll be shocked. You will be shocked. I'm sorry. If you are hearing the stories, don't think that it won't be you or it can't happen to you. It can never be me. It can be you. You can be the smartest woman and it will happen to you. You'll be here and they will be bringing their sons, their daughters, their nephews, their nieces, and they will find a way to get rid of you and your children. Think about it. Think about it deeply before you decide to do these things. So these things are happening. Shine your eye. Be alert. Do your background check. Or you end up 5 years down the line on the internet like her. All right. But as for the young girl, if you have it in your heart to have her in your house, then please be kind to her. Don't be cruel to her. Like everybody is saying, I agree with that. If not, let her go and live with her father. You guys can separate so he can take his daughter. Your children can go and visit them and come and move on with your life. And as for the women that are signing up to be with a man like that, what do I say? Congratulations. Congratulations. That's all I'm going to say. But anywho, let me know your thoughts and opinions about all of this, and I'll see you again with another video. Take care of yourselves and one another. Bye.